Let's have another example of inexact looking up, and in this case we have salesmen, Kuusik, Kaasik, Tammik, Lepik, Männik, and they have had different numbers of sales. And now we want to know how much money they're getting for themselves, and our problem is set up a little differently. Namely, we don't have this neat table for looking up things yet. We have to construct it ourselves. This is a good exercise for us to be able to create that table. So if a salesman sells less than 10,000, he's going to get a commission percentage of 3% for himself. If his sales are between 10 and 25,000, his commission is going to be 7%. If his sales are between 25 and 40, it's 10% that he gets from himself, and over 40,000 he'll be getting 13%. So let's write those numbers, like 10,000, 25,000, 40,000, and now we don't know how to put those percentages next to those thousands. So let's write in here in a random place 3%, 7%, 10%, and 13%. And now the question is how to put those table sides together. What we can do is we can just take them and randomly put them together at first. So here are the percentages. When we click and drag from the side of that dark line, and we can move them. It's actually cutting, and we move them next to each other. And now let's just, by trial and error, check whether the result was correct. So yeah, then we need to put a 0 in front in the beginning of the table. And now we will let's say take a sum of 17,000, and let's check it. 0 is not 10,000, is not 17,000. 25,000 is past it, so the previous one will be returned and 7% will be returned. And now let's check. Yeah, indeed, for 17,000 the correct percentage is 7%, and we have built up our commission percentage table correctly. Now if we had moved it like this, then it would have worked like this. 0 is not 17,000, 10,000 is not 17,000, 25,000 is passed, previous is returned, 3% is returned, and it's just not a correct number. So we can just really, with a trial and error, do it as long as we get it right. And now we want to know how much Kaasik will really be getting as a percentage. So we'll be using index and matches. This is the preferred method for us. So we at first take the 32,000 and see on which row is it here. So it should be like this: 32,400 is not 0, is not 10,000, is not 25,000, 45,000 is past it, and then we give back the previous row. So this person should get 10% as his percentage for commission. So we write, at first we match equals match, and we're going to match this 32,000. From block we write semicolon, and the block is going to be this block here, D16, D19. We will need some dollar addresses because we are going to copy this formula, and we need to get the percentages for other salesmen as well. And now it's going to be semicolon 1 because it's the inexact match. So we can see where we really will be using inexact match, where the value is not exactly present in the table. And we write enter. And actually, is that now an error or what has happened? If we recall, then this is actually just with control 1. We have put the number to a percentage, and it's displaying it as a percentage. So the result for 33,400 was 0, not 10,000, not 25,000, not 40, past, previous, back, was third row. But think of it, number 3, the third row, as a percentage. If you make 3 into a percentage, it's like 3 wholes, and it is 300%. Let us have this as percentage, because we're gonna need a percentage in a second. So let's edit this formula and use index equals index parenthesis begin equals index parenthesis begin, and our formula is going to be, we're going to need to take from this block, and let's put some dollar signs again. So we're taking from the blue block with index, and we're taking the third one, which was returned to us by match. So we're taking the third one, and here it is. Match was matching 32,000, and it ended up with the third row. Index took from the third row and got 10%, and it's exactly the correct percentage. Now we can copy this, and here we see the blue and purple blocks don't move. It takes the new green sales number every time, and for instance 62,000 should get the highest number of 13%. Now the fee that the person gets is actually a multiplication of the sales number and the percentage. So this is quite straightforward. We're just taking 10% of the 32,040, and here is the final result. So we're done with this exercise.